Coach Fed, the fall maybe doesn't get the publicity that obviously the regular season does, but it's an important time, especially for your club, where you got so many newcomers on the roster.
Yeah, 27 new players. This is a huge time for us. I'm excited about the NCAA allowing us to have 2 fall games. This will conclude our, out of, team competition, so to speak, and excited to play a good team in Mississippi College. But this is a huge opportunity for our guys to showcase themselves to their teammates as well as the coaching staff.
For you, it's an opportunity to evaluate personnel, obviously, maybe decide what positions people are in, at the same time evaluate the coaching staff. Maybe guys that were starters may fit better as relievers or vice versa for you, but you get a chance at least to do that.
Absolutely. We're going to move some people around today, playing 16 innings. You're going to see guys moving different. It's free substitution because we need to kind of move people to different positions, getting pitchers to come in out of the bullpen. Plus you'll see, Coach Collins come in the dugout for a little while in case, something happens with him, and having Coach Carlson coach the bases. So we as the coaching staff have to work on some things, and it's kind of that dress rehearsal for ourselves.
I know you were excited when you put that recruiting class together, but it was almost kind of validated when the pro scouts came in and they were really kind of going about the players that you brought in. How much does that help just moving forward to know that you're bringing in the type of players that you need to compete in the Sun Belt?
Yeah, this is a tough league. I mean, every week it's a challenge from that standpoint, and we had to get more depth on the mound, and you'll see that today. And then from the athleticism standpoint, I think we've got some matchups that we can do with the lefty-righty kind of thing, and I'm excited about our group, and now it's time for them to go out there and perform.
The other thing too, though, Fed, is you not only upgraded the talent level of this ball club, but you brought in kids that are used to winning, coming from winning programs.
Yeah, I mean, we got 2 kids, actually 3, and the 2 Barton brothers and Horton that played in the national championship and won a national championship game in junior college, and then a number of other ones. Colin Gordon playing the JUCO World Series, and got some guys from some winning programs in Mississippi and Texas. So I'm excited. Winning creates a lot of excitement, and but there's an expectation when you have people from winning programs that they want to win as well.
Obviously, there's a lot of work to do between now and February when the regular season begins, but what are a couple of names that fans should look for at the beginning of the season?
Yeah, I think from the pitching side of it, Caleb Sanderson's going to be an interesting guy. I think he's got a chance to be a starter for us. Jacob Barton, who's a Mississippi State graduate transfer for us. He's a local kid, and his brother Justin, like I said, coming from LSU Eunice, playing for a national championship. I'm excited about those 3 guys. From a depth standpoint, I think guys, the usual, the Miles Dunns and all those guys that were here last year, but also Brock Figueroa, I think, is going to play into getting some key innings for us. And then position player wise, there's a lot of new guys. I mean, we got a chance to have almost 6 new starters for us. Carson Klepsig behind the plate. Trent Tinglestad, one of the better hitters on our team, left-handed hitter, will probably play right field for us. Colin Gordon, is he going to play short? Is he going to play second? It'll be interesting from that standpoint. But there's a lot more depth. There's a little bit more team speed, and we're going to create some havoc with the lineups.
You talked about all the newcomers that are here, but how important is it that you do have a core group of nucleus players returning that already know what you expect in terms of what they bring to the ballpark every day?
No doubt. The Chad Bells and the Joey Jordans and Brendan Jordan and Braden Barrett, they were here last year, so they understand, what our terminology is, what we're trying to get across. Last year was, 35 guys had no idea what we as a coaching staff were trying to do and implement. And so it's been fun to have that. It's an older group though, with all the JUCO guys that we have, so they understand the things that we as coaches we're trying to accomplish, but they don't know our terminology, and we're trying to learn them. Who needs to be yelled at, who needs to be patted on the back, and learning their coaching style that they want to value from us from a coaching staff.
I know you were disappointed with the way the season ended last year, but you won more games overall than the team had a year ago. You won more conference games than the previous year. But I know you were disappointed because you came so close to qualifying for the postseason tournament. I know that stuck with you throughout the offseason. Going into this season, what are your expectations for this squad?
I fully expect us to compete, and be up there in the conference standings. This year, there's a lot of newness in our league. Troy and Coastal lost a lot of guys. Texas State lost a lot of guys. So nobody's going to know a lot about us, but I think we're going to be kind of a fear factor for some people out there. And I'm excited about the opportunities that we have, because this is a bear of a league. Every week is a challenge, but there was definitely a bad taste in our mouths, and I plan for us to be in that postseason this year.
And part of your preparation going into this year too is you put together a schedule where it's obvious you believe to be the best, you got to play the best. You've got 13 games against teams that played in the NCAA tournament, which is only going to help you put together the kind of club that can really play meaningful games late in the season.
Absolutely, and starting the tournament out at LSU, and then going 2 weeks later at a tournament down in Pensacola. It's kind of a regional atmosphere, playing different teams. You got to prepare for different people with scouting reports and stuff. But it's just like the conference tournament at the end of the year, where you don't really kind of know who you're going to be playing. It's a one-game, winner take all kind of thing, and those were things that we really wanted to stress to our players, that each day is an individual confrontation, and we want to try to win pitch by pitch, but also win game by game.